Navigating the complexities of our own minds can be challenging. Welcome to Hansei Ventures. My goal is to give you the psychological tools and insights you need for real personal growth. In each video, we break down the science behind our habits, emotions, and interactions. Today, we're going to tackle the hidden language of our most honest body part, our feet. Now, that might sound strange. We're taught to read faces, to listen to tone of voice, but feet? Here is the secret. Your brain is split into two main parts. The newer thinking brain, the new cortex, does controls your conscious thoughts and words. This is the part that can lie. But then there is the older, honest brain. The limbic system, it controls your survival instincts, your true feelings, and it has heavy influence over your legs and feet. That's why the feet are the most accurate part of a person to read. While someone is carefully crafting the perfect smile, their feet are telling the unfiltered truth. But how do you separate random twitch from a genuine psychological tell? There's a three-part framework the experts use to do this with stunning accuracy. I'm going to share that master key with you. But first, you need to learn the signals themselves. And the last one we'll cover is the one that could save you from a very awkward or even dangerous confrontation. Let's begin with the signals of attention or of intention. This is where you can read what someone is about to do. First, the knee clasp. I once saw this in a business meeting. I was pitching an idea, and the senior manager was smiling, nodding, saying all the right things, but halfway through my pitch, he did this, just a quick clasp of the knees. It was so fast. Most people missed it. To me, it was a siren. His honest brain was saying, I'm ready to get up. His body was preloading the muscles to stand. And sure enough, despite his pleasant words, he cut the meeting short and rejected the proposal 5 minutes later. His feet told me his decision before his mouth did it. The second go signal is the starter's position. Imagine you're on a date. It seems to be going well, but you notice that your date's feet aren't flat on the floor. They have shifted so one foot is slightly behind the other, with their weight on the balls of their feet. They are unconsciously in a sprinter's block. Their body is primed to leave. This is one of the most reliable tells that no matter what they're saying, their subconscious has already called it a night. Next, let's move from intention to emotion. These are the signals of feeling. My favorite is the gravity defying feet. When we are genuinely happy, excited, or hear a great idea, our feet will often lift or our toes will point upwards. We feel so good. We are literally fighting gravity. A few years ago, I was negotiating a contract. The terms were tough. The other person's face was a complete stone cold poker face. But when I mentioned one specific clause, I saw his shoes lift off the floor just a centimeter, just for a second. That was it. That was the tell. I knew that was the part of the deal he was truly excited about, and it gave me all the leverage I needed. The opposite of this is leg cross. As you speak, cross one leg comfortably over the other. Right now, I'm comfortable. I feel safe. When we feel this way, We are happy to block our own escape route, but comfort can vanish in an instant. Imagine two friends talking both with their legs crossed, completely relaxed. A third person approaches, someone they both dislike. I want you to picture this. In perfect sync, without a word, both friends will uncross their legs and plant their feet firmly on the ground. That is the limbic brain screaming. Threat detected. Prepare for action. The comfort has evaporated. If you see someone do that when you approach, you know you are not a welcome presence. Finally, we have the signals of social dynamics: power, confrontation, and attraction. This brings us to the signal I warned you about, the legs play. When a person feels challenged, they will often widen their stance. This is a territorial display wired deep into our DNA. It says, "This is my space. I am big. I am a threat." If you see this during a tense argument, the situation is escalating. Now you can use this to de escalate. If you find yourself in a heated discussion, consciously bring your feet a little closer together. This small act of yielding territory is a powerful subconscious signal that you are not a threat, and it can calm the other person down without you saying a word. And on the other end of the spectrum is the courtship dance. Why does so much flirting happens with the feet? It's that psychological loophole, out of sight, out of mind. When our feet are under a table, our brain registers them as being in a private space. This allows for a level of intimacy and playfulness, a light touch of a shoe, a gentle tap. That would be far too forward in the open. It's a secret, honest conversation happening where no one else can see it. Okay, you've learned the six key signals, but learning the notes doesn't make you a musician. Now, I'm going to give you that master key framework I promised. This is how you put it all together and read people with real accuracy. It has three parts: baseline, clusters, and context. First, baseline. You cannot know what's abnormal if you don't know what's normal. Before you start analyzing, just observe. How does this person normally sit? Do they fidget a lot? That's their baseline. A tell is only a tell if it's a change from their baseline. Second, clusters. A single gesture means nothing. It could be a random twitch. You must look for clusters of signals. Did they take the starter's position and cross their arms and break eye contact? That's not a random twitch. That is a cluster of withdrawal cues. One sign is a whisper, a cluster is a shout. And third, context. Context is everything. If someone's feet are tapping in a cold room, their feet are probably just cold. But if they start tapping right after you ask them a difficult question, that's not the temperature, that's their anxiety. The meaning of any gesture is defined by the situation it's in. So, when you combine these, when you establish a baseline, look for clusters, and consider the context, you can now interpret all the signals we discussed with confidence. You'll know the difference between a random movement and the unfiltered truth leaking out from their most honest body part. If you found this video insightful and want to learn more about the psychology behind our everyday actions, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Hansei Ventures. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload. If you want to keep learning right now, I highly recommend my video, which will pop up on the screen right now. It's the perfect next step. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.